Did Bill Gothard and the Institute in Basic Life Principles, or IBLP, ban beards for men? Is that why the Duggars don't have beards? In the comments on this channel, someone said this was the case, using it in the context of it being another example of oppressive behavior and the cult atmosphere of IBLP. So I started to look into this claim. Tell me what you think of these rules in the comments below. Quote, "A neat, natural haircut and a clean shave are essential. The hair is to be neatly groomed so that it does not extend beyond or cover any part of your ears. Hair must not stick out over your shirt collar. Hairstyles termed natural or afro are acceptable provided they are neatly packed and shaped. Any extreme hairstyling, such as that of shaving the head or eyebrows, is not permitted any more than is hair which extends beyond your ears or sticks out over your collar. Sideburns should be neatly trimmed and may be permitted to extend to the bottom of the earlobe, following their natural contour. Flares or mutton chops are not permitted. Mustaches and beards are not permitted." Unquote. Now, I have a big secret to reveal about this in a minute. Does this sound oppressive? Do you think it is unacceptable for any organization to make such strict rules about those who participate? And by doing so, does that constitute a cult? By today's standards, some would say yes, because the idea of having any standards to personal appearance seems oppressive to them. I'll reveal the big secret in a minute, but first I want to tell you what I have found about the culture back in the 1960s when IBLP started. A beard or facial hair in general at that time was seen as rebellious and was part of a hippie culture. There were many organizations and businesses that banned facial hair because of the way it was perceived at the time. IBLP did not ban beards for men who participated in the seminars. Only when the homeschool program began, there were standards set for participants of that program, the Advanced Training Institute, or ATI. If a family wanted to be a part of the homeschool program at that time, the men were asked to be clean shaven, but exceptions were made for religious purposes. Also, staff members who worked at the IBLP facilities were required to be clean shaven. This was not unusual, and believe it or not, there are still many organizations today that do not allow participants to have facial hair. So what about the Duggars? Michelle Duggar told me there are no such requirements or any religious reasons not to have beards in their family, as some have speculated. In fact, she said some of the men in their family do have facial hair. When I asked Bill Gothard about this, here was his reply. Quote, "During the sexual rebellion of the 1960s, a beard was associated with the rebellion. ATI was just getting started, and several critics tried to connect us with the rebellion. During this short time, we explained this to the men and asked them not to wear a beard. This was lifted when the perception changed." Unquote. So now for the secret. The paragraph I read a minute ago was not from IBLP or ATI. It was the regulations for the Disney organization in 1971. As I said, there were many companies who had those same kinds of policies for people who wanted to be a part of their organization. Oppressive? I don't think so, but I suppose that's for each person to decide. But the point is, this was not a requirement that was outside the norm for the time, and it does not constitute an argument for IBLP being a cult or having oppressive rules for its participants. And that's the truth. Thank you for watching, and please remember to like, share, and subscribe.